What's cooking, everybody? It's Door and welcome to part 3 of the Cartographer series. In this video series I will be covering everything you need to know about the Cartographer in No Man's Sky. In this episode I will be going over everything related to Commercial Cartographic Data. If you're interested in some general tips and tricks in regards to the Cartographer and secret cartographic data, I would recommend to check out part 1 of the series. Check out part 2 if you're interested in emergency cartographic data. Link to both in the description down below. The series will feature 4 parts in total, so make sure you subscribe to not miss the last episode, but without further ado, let's get straight into it. Commercial cartographic data has a 12% chance of plotting a route towards a trading post, 34% for a minor settlement, 18% for a transmission tower, 18% for an observatory, a shelter, which is also 18%, and less than 1% chance of it marking a holographic comms tower or a habitable base for you. I really tried, but I was not able to plot a route towards either of the last two, but the comms tower serves no purpose except for some story missions, and the habitable base is just a base you can claim yourself by approaching the base computer on site. A trading post is very similar to any space station. It features NPCs flying in and out of it and is equipped with a galactic trade terminal. In the main section you'll find 3 to 6 NPCs of the system's dominating faction and sometimes a traveler. Several cargo drops can be found on the platforms as well as around the trading post. At a minor settlement you'll find a weapons terminal with a multi-tool inside, a galactic trade terminal, as well as a technology merchant who sells components and blueprints. It is also worth noting that you can buy drop pod coordinate data, used to expand your inventory, as well as other materials not sold by a merchant aboard space stations. Inside you will also find some loot and an NPC who sometimes sends you out on a mission. The transmission tower has a beacon inside, as well as some loot. When you access the beacon, it will present you with a puzzle. Complete it to successfully receive coordinates to either a crashed ship or a crashed freighter. The observatory can also be found using emergency cartographic data. Interact with the beacon and a string of numbers will appear. If you choose the correct answer, the observatory will mark a nearby ancient rune as well as increase your standing with the system's dominating faction. While we are flying to the rune, I want to ask you to please leave a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you found this video helpful in any way. At the rune you'll find 2 or 3 knowledge stones and a memoir device, which will also teach you a new word and an increase of standing. Or bring you knowledge of the past. More on that in part 4. If you're lucky, you could also find a flagpole which will point towards a portal. And finally, the chart can also plot a route to a shelter. Shelter consists of small buildings with a waypoint, damaged machinery and some loot around it. Shelters can often be found adjacent to minor settlements, manufacturing facilities, transmission towers and observatories. And that was all for part 3 of the series. I will link all parts in the description down below when done, and I hope to see you for part 4. Thank you so much for making it this far into the video. If you like it, make sure to leave a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below. If you really did, please subscribe. And if not, well, I hope I get to convince you in the next video.